Hi, Sandra. How are you, Sandra? How you doing? How are you doing? You are still in this chat, girl. I was just waiting for a couple more people to come on. Maybe if I could get 5 people in the chat, then we could start. Sandra, how are you? How are you doing? Let me see if I'm able to drop a link for anybody who might want to come up as well. Let's see here. I have the hardest time with this, but let's see what happens. My computer don't like cooperating with me. Let's see. See. Let's see here. Hold on one second. Nope. It's not cooperating today. You are blessed. Yes. I'm doing really good today. I had a little bit of a busy day, but not so bad. Hey, Rita. Rita saying hi to all of the chatters, which is only Sandra right now. That's it, and that's all. Rita, what you about to do? What are you about to do? I am not coming on camera today because to tell you the truth, I am actually sitting in my bed. So I will not be coming on today. But I did want to talk about virtual virtual intimate relationships. And I just want everybody's input on it. Basically, I myself has never had that experience, but I just been curious lately about how that really works. Oh, you sleepless in Denver. Hi, it's a G thing. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Hey, Saret. Y'all doing okay tonight? Is everybody ready to start this topic? I got 5 chatters. I was waiting for 5 chatters to enter the room. So I spoke to everybody who came in. And now I think we should just get started. We don't know who's coming in. They could always catch the replay. So I think we should get started because I won't be on really long. I don't want to keep y'all up because this live is already so late, scheduled so late. But I want to do like an after dark kind of like thing when everybody's all chilled and all settled in. Hi, Internet with the glow. How you do? Hey, one man. I think one man. He comes in and he's out. I think he's already gone. You ready, Saret? Saret said, I'm really ready because it's 11 o'clock where I am. And to know what the glow is saying hi to Rita and hi to Saret and hi to Sandra. And Saret said hi to Glow. Are y'all okay? Saret says she's ready. Who else is ready for the conversation? Who's ready to have this conversation about virtual relationships? Glow, you ready to chime in? Rita, Sandra, y'all ready to chime in on this topic? Because I want to get y'all opinion. Okay, Glow says she is ready. Okay, so let's talk about virtual relationships. Let's talk about virtual relationships. So, first of all, is there anybody in the chat who's ever experienced a virtual intimate relationship? Hi, Trey. How you doing? Thanks for joining the chat. We're talking about virtual intimate relationships. That's what we're talking about today. And so we are getting right into this chat. And I want to know if anybody in the chat has ever experienced a virtual intimate relationship. Maybe Saret. Okay, Saret said maybe she has. Anybody else? Saret, you have to chime in because like I am talking about a topic. I'm talking about a topic that I am totally unfamiliar with. But I'm just so curious. I'm curious about it. I don't even know if I'm thinking that I would even ever want to. I'm just curious about how that works because for one, even though I've never experienced it, I do know people who are together now. And like they are together. They are so strong. And I'm like, how did, like, when they tell the stories about how they met, and like literally it was like over Instagram or some kind of social media, or what do they call those Dateline, apps, data apps or whatever. They actually are together. I wish I actually could have had my nephew to come on and talk about it. I really should have asked him, because he is an example of an amazing relationship that happened over Instagram. Now I have Maddie, who y'all see on the page, who is a result of it, and they are just like the best thing that could have happened to each other. And it was literally over social media. Tyrese says, "Hey, lady, thanks for coming in, Tyrese. I'm glad that you made it." Trey says she never and never will. Trey, I'm trying not to say never will, because it's seeming like a way of life now, but I never have. Sandra says, nah, nope, I ain't doing it. And ended up with the glow, said hi to Therese and Trey. Surette says, I grew up in the days of Black Planet and MySpace. Like, that was probably, I remember Black Planet and I remember MySpace, but at the time that was out, I was married. So I really didn't pay attention to like what was going on with that. So even though those data sites are that far back, it's nowhere near how that's almost like a way of life today. Like, people are like literally like, okay, you're gonna have to get on a dating site. Like, what are you doing? If you're not on a dating site, you're not gonna be able to meet nobody. Or you gotta be on social media. Or like, they have so much confidence in that being the way to go for dating. And I'm so old school. I'm like, no, I have to meet them somewhere. And I'm thinking I got to see the person. But it's just like, that does not always have to be the case anymore. People are literally having healthy relationships right online. Right online. And that is something else to me. So I don't know. I just stay curious about the whole thing. Like, how does that work? So let me see. My computer is delaying. Hold on. Okay. Tyrese said hi to end with the glow. Thanks, Sharita. She says she's sharing the live. Hold on one second. Y'all, I got this touch screen laptop and I can never find this cursor. I'm just gonna have to get my mouse together and just get it together with my mouse, because this touchpad is not working. Okay, let's see. Let me use my phone. Okay, so Celeste said, "Oh, I was a single college girl living in New York." So yeah. So where was the person? Where did that person live? What state did that person live? And did you ever actually meet up with them? And did it go further than being virtual, or did it stay virtual? Look at Rita. Rita, leave her alone. She said, "Yep, try me out." Sure did. Tyrese said, "I'm scared of those people on the dating sites." Right. I heard a lot of killing. And the thing, that's what I'm like, Tyrese. I be thinking everybody on a dating site has to be waiting with a knife in their hand trying to get me. And that's what I think. But when you think about, okay, think about the news. We hear so many tragic stories about if these people got together on whatever social media outlet it is, like apps or whatever it is, and we hear those horror stories, but we really do hear horror stories about people who meet in person. Like, is it really just being is it our fear about it that's drawing more attention to the ones that happen online, or is it realistically is it realistically more people that do this online than in person? What do y'all think? Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay. Let's go up. Let's go up. Oh, okay. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, so let's see. So let's see. She grew up MySpace. Okay. So I was college. Hold on. Tyrese says, "I'm scared those people got that." Trey says, "The world is too crazy for me to put trust in someone over social media." Trey, you are really solidifying my opinion about that. and Tyrese, because that's how I think. I was trying to see if people were going to try to persuade me, like other people in my life try to persuade me. So let's say they lived in New York as well. So we did meet up and hang out a couple times. Okay. Okay, so it wasn't a relationship though. It was like you just did like a dating, like a dating thing. Because I have went out in a public place with someone and probably like, for like a couple dates or a date or something if it just didn't work out or whatever. But I'm talking about when you start getting to the point to where you say, okay, it's okay for you to come to my house. I can go like in my space. I'm feeling safe enough to go in your space and like really be in not so public place with them, like that part, like that kind of relationship. I'm thinking. Also, there's some people on the app thread. Leave her alone, Rita. She said, ugh. Isn't that what the gloss said? I hear too many stories of people having what is that? Right, I'm going right, going to meet people. That it is that it's a thing. But what about okay, isn't that what the glow? What about all the stories of people we hear about that met in person and they could have been married 5 or 6 years and they unalive them? Like, what's the difference in that? Do you think it's just less of a risk? Because that's what I think. I think it's less of a risk. Tyrese says, I have a friend that date the people, date the people uh on the websites, but I'm never gonna do it. See, hey T1000, all the time you made it, girl. We're talking about these virtual relationships, and Glow is scared with me. Tyrese is scared with me. Wait, I had another person who was scared with me. Trey was scared with me, and Sandra said no too. So like, I'm just trying to see like if I'm gonna win this consensus here, we gonna go with nope. We not doing it. We scared. Hey Vicky, so blessed. Joy in this topic about virtual intimate relationships. Rita, what's your opinion about the virtual? Since you just want to be the class clown in the chat, what is your opinion about virtual intimate relationships? How do you think? And what do you think? Do you think they can work? And like, what are it's questions around that? Like, can they work? How do you develop them? Like, how do they develop into something that's real? I need to really sit down with my nephew because he probably could tell me, but he's in his 30s, so it's just like a way of life for them. So he's not going to think about it the way I think about it. So let me see. Sarah said, let me see, it was and still is a thing for a lot of people. Exactly. It's a way of life. It really is. No matter how scared I am, it's a way of life. I don't care what I think about it. It is definitely a norm for sure. Hi, CC. Thanks for coming in and chatting with us about virtual intimate relationships. Yeah, back in the day, it was different, right? Rita, we didn't know that. I mean, people didn't use. Oh, I don't know. I might be biased when I said that, but I don't know. I just think that back in the day, it was still so many people meeting in person. It did not monopolize the dating arena like it does now. Like now, I think the first way that people think of dating, the first way to date people, I think, is through an app or through some kind of social media platform. Like it is nothing for somebody to jump in somebody's DMs and get married and have a life now. Like that's a thing. That is really a thing. So let me see what y'all saying. Hold on. Uh, okay. So let me see. Let's see. And then over the Glow said it's scary and I couldn't. She said it's scary and I know. I'm like, Glow, I would be like, we got to go on a triple date. I got to get two more friends together with two more men on the scene and then maybe go somewhere. But I'm looking like people can be, they can pretend like they're somebody that they're not. So they can pretend. You can do like the first 5, 6 dates like that if you want to. But if they want to act out on the 8th, ninth, and if they're like being manipulative and want to pop out then they have the opportunity. So I said it's scary, but once we build that relationship, the fear dies. Yeah, right. Exactly. No pun intended. Right. And I'm sure because I'm saying I know people who came from like a DM or Instagram or what is that one called? Not Black Planet. It says black seagull, black something, some kind of something with black. Real relationships have come out of that, like with no issues at all. Tyrese said, I'm scared, right, Tyrese? Don't run, take me with you because I'm just scared too. I just don't feel comfortable in it. And y'all not making it no better because y'all are so like I said, solidifying the fact that it's a no for me and it probably is gonna stay a no for me. So T1000 all the time said I would glow. These days I don't think I could do it. These days are so different that is so true, T1000. That is so true. Now Try Me Now says, yes, it can happen because I have met people on the app and know people that are married from meeting on the app. I know so many people too, Rita. But what is the like? What's the I don't know. What's the average in that? Like, what's the percentage? What like we have no way of knowing what's the percentage at this point. But like if you look at it from the outside, looking in without knowing those facts, I would say probably definitely less, or maybe I'll say at least half people, half of the percentage, 50%, 50-50 go in person or dated. What do y'all think about that percentage? What's the percentage y'all think that people date in real life and over virtual or not virtual reality, but virtually over internet or internet app chats, DMs, things like that. Sandra said, I always had long-term relationships, so I can't see myself on a virtual relationship. Yeah. I was married for a really long time too. So like dating in itself is like not so new, but really new. So as the years go by, of course, it's less new, but it's just still so different. It was a different day and time. Like in these decades, and so much has changed. So I just can't see it. Tyrese says, try me down well. My friend haven't been successful. I just tell her to be careful. And over Glow says, then you move in together and they are a psycho. See, Glow? Trey Trey says, to each his own, but it's a no for me, Trey Trey says. Rita laughing at Glow. So Rita is agreeing with Trey Trey. Yeah, I think I am too. Suresh said it's a married woman. It's a married woman now. We didn't meet online though. It's a Oh, she said, wait. I'm sorry. Suresh said, I was married now. I was married now. I'll be worried about no stuff online no more. That's right, Suresh. Suresh said she'll have those problems. Okay, let's see. A Black Planet. No, not Black Planet, Tyrese. It's not Black Planet. It's something else right now. It's one called, I don't want to go out of my phone to find out, but it's called Black. Is it Black People Meet? Not the Christian Black. I don't know, but that's not Black Planet's not it. Black Planet was the old one. I'm talking about the new Black one. I know that people um get with now and meet people on, but it's not called Black Planet. It's something else called Black. Let me see. Shake him. Let's see. Shake him up. Say, hey, Kevin, how you doing? How you doing? Shake him up. I'm glad you made it, girl. Oh, the person right now is texting me that I need to ask her. Let me ask her. Hold on. Let me let her know. Maybe she can tell me. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on. Okay. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Um, okay. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, let me go up. Let me go up. Okay, Tyrese says Planet, Shake 'em Up was getting in the house. Suresh says Black People Meet. Yeah, Black People Meet. I think that is it. Yep. Why do I know that's right? Yeah, why do you know that? Yes, Black People Meet. So I know people who met off of that. And so like there you go. Like it does. I seen it with my own eyes work. And multiple people I seen it. I seen more people it worked for the more people that it didn't work for. So, but I'm just still scared. So Rita says, now when I worked at this customer service call center, I met a guy on the phone and boom, we hit it off. Really? Now look at that. Now that isn't really social media. Okay, that isn't really social media. What would you call that? What would you call that when it's a phone call? Because back in the day, if it was a phone call, we wouldn't have called that social media or like anything online. So what do you call it when it comes to a phone call like that? I wonder. Sret said, not meeting the client hooking up. That's Sret getting there. You get this, Sret? Why she trying to get you? Strawberry Down says, yes, Sret. It was the voice for him. Up, and me. And baby, Miss Texas, Bet Memphis. Ooh, girl. Okay. Okay. Let's see, T1000 all the time says, with all the different apps, I would say about 85 or 90%. She's saying that it's 85 to 90% of people who actually date off of an app instead of meeting in person. Now that's an interesting percentage. T1000. I want to say 50%, but I don't doubt that it's 85 to 90% because I do think it's a way of life. Try Me Down says, "Ooh, we Tyrese. If I was her, I wouldn't do that no more." But it's her choice. Cassie says, good evening, Gamma's World and Miles in chat. Thanks so much for coming in, Cassie. I'm glad you was able to make it. Okay, now Plenty of Fish. Okay, yep, I've heard of Plenty of Fish. I've heard of that one. But I hear crazy stuff about Plenty of Fish, and I hear crazy stuff about Tinder. I think that's the name of a Tinder. So I have heard crazy things. Do y'all know somebody who was successful on Plenty of Fish? That one I've never heard nobody being successful on. Tyrese says Plenty of Fish too. They saying hi to shake them up. Rita says, how did you and your husband meet, Sret? Sret, how did you and your husband meet? That's a good question. Uh-oh, Sret said, oh boy, here we go. At work. They met at work. Okay. At work. Rita says, I can't stand for these men to be in my inbox. I'm like, leave me alone. And I do block because I don't like that. You don't like when they jump in your inbox? I don't. Yeah. It is. I guess it is kind of weird. Shake 'em Up says, my friend met her husband on Plenty of Fish, but she's ashamed. So she'll tell everyone they met there. But if it was successful, she said they've been married for 6 years now and have 2 kids. That is not nothing to be ashamed of. That's a story. That's a love story. I think that's a love story. Why, now see how that worked. Now, even on Plenty of Fish, as crazy as I hear that Plenty of Fish is, look at that story that came out of there. I think that's nice. Rita said my godmother met people Plenty of Fish, but I'm not sure how it worked out. Cassie said I just wanted to show some love. I'm sleepy. Good night, everyone. Later. Yep, it is late, Cassie. I'm not going to be on here long. You have a good night. Shake 'em Up says she tells them they met at Starbucks. She don't want nobody to know, and I think that's cute. Rita said to me it's disrespectful, especially when your Facebook says in a relationship. That's true. If you see that the person, if you stalking them so bad to get in there, well, I'm not gonna say stalking, I have to be stalking, but if you feel comfortable enough to get in their DMs, you can at least look at the status to see that they're in a relationship first. Anita said, tell me why they inbox me on TikTok. It's hilarious. Okay, now I never heard of that happen on TikTok. It could be a thing, but I never heard about it on TikTok. Tyrese said my friend found one yes in Jamaica. Wow. And they're about to get married. I told her he wanted a green card, and she said no. So I don't speak on it no more. That's right. You better stay out of the people's business, girl. I'm telling you. Firsthand, let people do what they're going to do. For sure. But wow, about to get married. Rita said, Cassie, thanks for coming in and have a good night. Yes, Cassie, thanks for stopping in. Everybody hit the like button. I got to remember to say that. I always forget. Everybody usually are in the chat telling me. I got to get used to that. Everybody, please hit the like button. Let's see. Tyrese said, they be killing the people. Tyrese is too funny. She said, like, I don't care what y'all said. I don't care about no love stories. I don't care how many kids they had. Lord, let me see. Okay, Try Me Now says, welcome all the chatters. I hope everybody has had a great day and have an awesome night. Vicky's so blessed, right, Rita? I don't like when they do that either. T1000 said, "Oh my God, Tyrese ain't playing with the people. She ain't doing it." Rita says, "Don't forget to hit the like button and don't think glow and say hi to Vicky. So blessed. Are you serious, Tyrese?" Tyrese said, "Oh my God." So I don't know. So like, what do y'all think? Okay, so if somebody decides to do it, what's your opinion? Like, if they decide to, like, what's the time frame? Like before you think you okay, let's dissect it. What I mean by time frame. Let's say like how long should you wait before you like meet them in person? Because like when you're on those sites, some people are like, okay, yep, I can see you later on today. Or they can be like, well, let's make a date for next week. Or some people like literally go months, and then you have people on cheaters that want to say that they've been in somebody's inbox for the last 3 years. They finally want to meet them. Like, when do you know is enough time to go actually meet somebody face to face? Like for that initial date. For that initial date, what do you guys think? Let's see. Trey Trey says people can portray whoever they want to be on social media. We see it every day. What if you fall in love and it was a whole lie? Right. Men send me messages on Facebook all the time and just she just deletes them. You just delete. You don't even give them a try, huh? Try. Let's see. Terry said, "Try me now." Yep. Ended up with glows. Said Trey right. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think is the amount of time? Like the initial meetup, if it's like online, like I don't know if it would be like out of out of town, or like if it's distance between the states, or even if it's like within the state. What do you think is a good time to like meet up with them? How long? Like, should it be after a month? That I don't know, a week, or like some people like the next day. So what do y'all think? At least a few months, right? You think like if they meet them like in January, they should wait until like March or April to have an initial meetup, even if they're in the same state? You think that? Church says, no, try it all. I said no. And the glow said the fifth of never. Oh my God. But I'm just saying, y'all, if y'all knew somebody and they say they were gonna try to meet somebody, do you think that they should, like, what is that time frame? Like, what do you base that on? Because I don't know. How do people get to the point to where they feel comfortable enough for that? What does that take? Good Times says, "Hey, get my minds in chat. Thanks for coming in, Good Times. We are talking about virtual intimate relationships. And right now, we're on the question of how long do you think it should take for people to feel comfortable enough to meet that person from which they got an inbox from, or matched up on an app, or however they got together virtually. How long should they wait for the first meetup?" Shake them up, say, "Hey, Good Times." Tyrese says, "My friend met up with her people in the same week." Okay, yep, I have heard that. I've heard people do it like the next day. So I know it can get fast. It can get fast, but I just want to know, like, what do y'all think? Soraya said at least 3 months. Right, Trey. Shake them up says, "I feel like I would meet them in public places after a month or so." Okay, Good Times says 3 months. Because I'm thinking one time I met someone, and I had one phone conversation with them. Then the next day, you asking me if you could meet me to lunch. I'm like, boy, get out of here. You know, good way nobody get ready to meet you after less than 24 hours. I don't care if it's in public or not. So I thought that was weird. So I was like, how do people do, like, what are they thinking when they do it? Or is this normal? I don't know if that's the norm. But it all depends on how much communicate they were doing. Yes, how much they think they know about each other. And I've heard people say that. Like, say if you met somebody in person and you only talk to them after that, say once a week. So say y'all talked once a week for an hour. So for 2 weeks, that means you got 2 hours of communicating in. But what if it's somebody you met virtually and you talk to them for 3 or 4 hours a day, every day? Look how many hours, 3 or 4, what is that? That's 21 hours. Or no, that's 42 hours of communicating versus 2 hours of communicating. You know what I mean? So like they actually did communicate more. So does that justify feeling more comfortable with that person because of the time you communicated versus the time you seen each other? Y'all know what I mean? Do y'all get it? Let's see. Shake 'em Up says, "I feel like I would meet them in public place after a month or so." Okay. Good time says 3 months. Smith says, but it all depends on how much we can. Okay, we did that one already. Okay, Tyrese, just don't let the people know where you live. Right, Tyrese, I think that that's the least people could do to remain safe, because I don't think people may do anything like in a restaurant or anything like that. Like maybe if you just maybe catch a lift there or have somebody drop you off just so they can't see license plates, things like that where they can get your address. Maybe in the daytime, maybe have somewhere to go afterwards before you go home, maybe. I don't know. Do you have to be that worried about it? Should you have to be that worried about it? I don't know. Tyrese said just something. Okay, Trey says, my life is too valuable to gamble with. Right. I'll be 60 and widow, but I'm good. Like, yeah, not that pressed about it. Rita said, yes, in these days, it's a big no. Yeah. Glow says, people be catfishing you. Yep. You think you meet someone 6'3", 200 pounds, and end up meeting somebody 4'3" at a roller yeah, they could be whoever they want. That's the truth. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people are like, I don't want to keep doing this on the phone. I want to actually meet you. So like they might be saying, I want to meet you because I want to see that you are actually who you say you are. But then the next person might say, no, I don't want to meet you in fear of that it might be a dangerous situation. So like, what's the medium in that? How do you meet that in the middle? T1000 said that part, Tyrese, and that goes for off web too. One red flag these days, and you'll never hear from me again. Right? You got to listen to those flags. I think people are more aware of the flags because of how online dating goes. So hopefully they're paying attention, because it's like right in our face what to look for now. So I hope that they are. Tyrese says, when you get their name, do a background check and then make your decision. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Saret says Trey, but that can happen with some person that you meet face to face. That's the thing. That's why I'm always torn. You're right, Saret. You can meet somebody in their face, and they could be. I gotta catch up on sisters, because on sisters they talked. My dad was trying to catch me up on sisters, and she said how Gary's on there, always going on crazy about Andy over there, and he has a whole family somewhere else. So like, you can literally meet somebody that can have a whole family somewhere. Man, but I think, are people saying they're saying that it's just less risky? They're not saying it doesn't happen, but they think it's less of a risk, maybe. So it says you have to take precautions no matter what. T1000 said you should be worried, especially if you have younger kids. Oh, I don't know how people do it with kids. Now, I wouldn't even consider it. I wouldn't even be. That would be the far that would be like a no, like not even possible if you have young kids. How people feel that comfortable with young kids, that I can't tell. I'm thinking about just younger, without kids, or older with adult children. How you do it with kids, I don't know. I'll never be able to understand that. There's nothing nobody can tell me about that. But Good Time says maybe it's a difference if we are basing it upon the length of time y'all communicated, but we would have to transition to FaceTiming for a period of time before meeting face to face. Now, Good Time, that I agree with, because over the phone you do want to know that you're talking to the person that you're supposed to be talking to. But if you FaceTime, that is like I know it's not like person to person contact, but at least you see the person, versus this could be like anybody. This person could be standing behind you and you don't even know that that's the person, but at least you can connect with the face and you'll have a visual of the person. So Good Times, I agree with that. That has to count for a little bit more than just conversations, I think. You are right about that. T1000 says definitely, Rita. My baby 10 and she's oh oh my god. Okay. Well, yeah, that is true. That is so true. Man, that is just decisions when people have to debate on what they're going to do about that. Wow. But why do you think that? What do you think that causes people to even start to say, you know what, I'm going to resort to going online. I'm gonna go online and see if I can go, or I'm gonna download this app. I'm gonna do that to get in the dating game. What do you think might make them resort to that? I just think, I don't know. I don't even know what makes people go to that. If I feel like I don't meet enough people in person, I don't know. It's nothing in me saying I'm gonna have to like just go ahead and do it online. So what do you think is having people to think Now I have to resort to going online because I will go on a. I usually go like on Facebook dating, and by the time I swipe a couple people and have a half a conversation, I'm done for like another 3 months. Then I'll do it like I really live. That's just all I really do. So I don't know. What do y'all think about that? Why do you think people even start to seek a relationship online versus in person? Let's see. Trey Trey says, trust me, it'll be nobody that somebody else knows. Somebody going to look for me and knows how to find that joker. But and you know what? That's my whole thing. I always say in dating, I have never dated anybody that didn't know somebody that I knew. I can't get with the thought of meeting somebody that I don't know any of the family or friends in any of the generations. Like somebody has to know somebody. Like I have never been in a position to meet somebody that I could not connect them with somebody else. Like literally, if something happens, this person could disappear off the face of the earth and nobody would know. That's what I've never done. And I don't know if I could ever do that. Like, even if we meet online, like something, it has to be like you from where I live and you know somebody that I know, or even if you're out of town, you still got to know somebody I know. I don't know about letting my guards down with a person with not a connection to my life. That's scary for me. So Rest says before virtual dating, there was blind dating, which is worse. It sure was. Tyrese says, while you're on FaceTime, take you a few screenshots and do your background check. Oh, she said, while you are on there, right? That's a good idea, y'all. Anybody in the chat thinking about doing it, you could take a picture of that FaceTime and do that background check, right? Exactly. 2,000 said lonely. You think that they do it because of loneliness, but thank God I'm not that lonely. So you think that somebody just feeling that lonely, that would be one of the reasons. That has to be just like, it has to be one out of a lot of reasons, because the people that I know that met people, they could have been like alone, but not even seeking anybody at the time. Maybe it got a DM. They have been where they were already talking to multiple people. So that wasn't a thing with being lonely. So that maybe that's one of the reasons, but it has to be something else, because the people I know personally, they were in a situation where they like weren't dating, or, weren't, uh, they weren't dating, or they were alone for a long time, or anything like that. These are not people who were alone. They were dating multiple people or whatever. So I don't know. And what the glow says, Serenis, I think they are equal. You should know what you're getting into. She thinks that they are equal. Okay, talking about the blind dating, I think. Okay. Right, exactly. Especially blind dating. We did it more back in the day, but I think the people weren't as crazy either. So it's probably the same concept, but still more risk involved, I think. And I hate to keep saying that it's risky, because some people never had a bad experience with it and they did it all the time. So I guess they will be thinking like, what you mean risky? It wasn't risky for me at all. T1000 said, just not used to being alone. Yeah. Or just people just not used to being alone and just say, that's what I'm going to have to do. Or they could just be like me, just want something to do for about 5 minutes once every 3 months, and then they're done with it. That could be too. That could be. That could be. So I don't know. So I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. So it's just like, how long can somebody pretend to be? I guess it depends on, if you meet somebody like that, how long can they pretend to be someone they really are? Like, you have to be able to dissect that. Like, some people can carry on for years. Some people can't. Like, if you meet them a couple times, you can read straight through them. But some people are really good at hiding who they really are. They are really good at that. And what do you do with somebody like that? That's just tricking you and manipulating you and just a good liar? Like, that has to be crazy. Man. And I don't like, what do you think y'all the signs if they do something like that? What signs would y'all look out for? So you meet somebody online, you have conversations. Throughout your conversations, or when you meet up with them, if you are trying to be careful in that situation, what signs would y'all look out for? What would tell y'all that something's wrong with this situation? Like, some people might say something as obvious as a wedding ring. or something like that. But what do you think is like, what would you look out for? What would be one of the red flags for you that you will say off top when I'm going into this is what I'll be looking for? And another glove says, remember Dahmer? Oh, Dahmer is where I'm from. Actually, Dahmer lived at the time that he did that. He lived probably about 20 minutes from where I stay. And my children's father's cousin lived in the same building with him at that time. Yep. Remember, Dahmer was meeting up those blind dates. Yep. And people ended up in his freezer, then his belly. Yep. That's what happened. Sret says where they want to meet or what they want to do. So she said one of the red flags is that she pays attention to where they're picking to meet. Like, are they saying let's meet at the hotel, or are they saying let's meet at a bowling alley, or like what kind of thing do they want to do? Are they saying I want to go to quiet park in the dark, or are they saying I'll go to a movie? Right, Sret? Is that what you mean? T1000 says, always asking, where are you? And so she's saying she gets somebody that is always asking her, like, what you doing? Where are you? She said that's a red flag for her that you are obsessed. And that's going to let her know that, you ain't right. That's what she going to know about it. Let's see. Right. So that's what you're saying. Okay. Good time said not wanting to FaceTime or always outside their home with talking to you. That's a good one. Good times. Exactly. Like, why you saying you don't want to FaceTime? What would be a reason why? Like, you don't have to do it all the time. A lot of people don't like getting on FaceTime, but you got to know if the person doesn't know you, you're going to have to be more lenient on that, because if we're not in each other's face, how else will we get to know each other? So if you say you don't want to FaceTime, that would definitely be a red flag. That's the cheaters thing, where the people are all there forever saying they never FaceTime them. And that's the first. I think it's not the first thing I want to do, because I probably would want to be comfortable in front of the camera. But within a week, I think you should at least FaceTime, or always outside of their home when they're talking to you, which means they could be married, or they don't want you to see their surroundings, or they don't have a surrounding. Like, it could be a lot of stuff if they're talking to you without being in that house, right? Yep, T1000 with your obsession. Yep, you gotta get those red flags. Or if you over jealous or things like that, when they start doing that stuff, will ask you where you going all the time or where you at, that will definitely let you know. Exactly. Yes. So then, okay, so if we think that those are the things that we need to look out for, what do you think are the things that will make us feel more comfortable? What would be something like if you meet somebody? What are the let's not say red flags. We'll go the opposite way. What would you look for to make you feel more comfortable that this might be a safe situation for you to go in? Trey, you want me to answer my questions? What? Tell me what question you want me to. I came to get y'all opinion. She said, asking you. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, Trey. I thought you said me. I want to say, I want your opinion. No, she said a red flag is asking you a million questions, but never want to answer your question. Trey, I got you. I'm sorry. It's a little bit slow. I was about to say, no, I want your opinion. Okay, yes. You're saying that when they want to keep asking you, like, all these things, but they don't want to answer the same questions. Okay. Okay. That is true. That's true. But now, Trey, tell me what things you think you should look for that will secure you and feeling comfortable with the person. Okay, T1000 says some things that might help make her feel more comfortable in the whole situation of trying to build an online virtual intimate relationship is not calling every 5 minutes, uh, and can go a day or so without talking to you. She said that you're saying T1000 that you want to see that they're secure and that they're not insecure. So don't start having a fit if you didn't talk to me a million times in a day, and don't start tripping if you didn't hear from me one day. It's okay. Just wait. Be patient and don't force it, right? T1000 says she don't want nobody upset. She want to know that they can carry it on and not need her. That's what she said. Serena said, no creepy feeling. Like, if I get around you and I feel comfortable. So I guess you said, Serena, that you can go by your intuition. Like, your intuition will tell you this is not a risky situation. and not being too pushy or too secretive, right? Or acting paranoid, right? Because if you acting too secretive, that could be anything. Or like, why you being paranoid? What you running from, right? Okay, T1000. I got it. I got it. Exactly. So yeah, it seems like we. I guess if people are in that situation, you do. People are knowing what to look for. Maybe in the beginning we were kind of blinded by like with Black Planet. We didn't have so many crazy things going on about it. So, but now it seems like people have a handle on if they want to do it, what to look out for, or if they know somebody that's doing it, to give them things what to look out for. You know, let them know it's real, or let them know it might be a mess. Yes, I could get that. I just think if I take a vote, we might as well do the final vote for tonight. Like we might as well do it because I'm gonna put in my vote afterwards. So I'll tell you what my vote is. Like after our discussion and what we talked about, like a couple of the pros, and a lot of the cons of doing it. I don't want to be biased because, like I said, in my reality, I see a lot of times that it does work. So y'all let me know. Just put a yes or no in the chat. If you're in the chat, I want to know if you just simply say overall, even if you've experienced it before, base your experience and your opinion about it all and put a yes or no in the chat if you say that you would tell somebody to go for it or absolutely not. So said, right. It was fun that the crazies came and messed up everything. Right. Exactly. They made everything so different because I know a lot of people, it was fun. I think a lot of people used to think it was just like really fun and all of that crazy stuff wasn't happening. Trey said no. And the no place and the no says no, no, no. She said no. T1000 says no. I don't know. Virtual relationship, intimate relationship, they saying no for you. They are saying no for you. So we got no. Trey said Rita, and so if Rita's still on here, but Saret, you didn't put your yes or no based on your experience and your, your opinions about it. You said sure. Why not? Saret said sure. What's the big deal? She had an okay experience with it. Good Time says effective listening. She will look out to see if the person has effective listening. Not that they're just listening, but they're listening and they're remembering, and their actions are reflecting that they consider what they've listened to from me. All of that. Good Times. That's what she would look for. So Good Times. What is your yes or no for doing it? Ultimately, it doesn't have to be for you personally, but like your overall, thoughts on it. Would you give people a yes or no to do it? Let's see. T1000 says that too. Good Time. Yes, that's a good point. Good Times. Let me see what you're saying about it. So right there, just leaving you hanging by yourself. Shake 'em up says to do what? I missed the question. The question is, would you? We're like at the end now. We've talked about the virtual intimate relationships and some reasons why we should or shouldn't do it. The question is, what are your thoughts? Say yes or no. Do you think online or like virtual intimate relationship dating is a yes ultimately, or a no, or a maybe, or a possibility? Like, what are you thinking? Sandra said, just be cautious if you do it, but I say no. Good Time said to do virtual relationship. Yep. What do you think Good Time is about? Would you suggest, or would you what's your feelings? Is it a yes? Is it a no? Is it a maybe? Or depending on when you say a yes or no to, or your opinion about actually going ahead and going out and doing virtual intimate relationship dating. T1000 said, if you can't listen, you become obsessive. In my opinion, yes. Red said, I'm cool. She said she's the cool one. Glow said she said she's the cool one. All y'all said no, she the cool one. She said yes all by herself. Shake 'em up said, I would give it a try if I ever got divorced. She would give it a try. Okay, Sabrina, now you got somebody standing with you now. But everybody else said no. I just really want to know what Good Times gonna say too. I want to wait for Good Times, and then I want to say what my opinion is on it. What I think. ultimately, now that I talk to y'all, I always have different opinions when I talk to different groups of people, but I just still have my opinion on it. Let me see. Good Time said yes, as long as boundaries are set, because the world has changed now. So we have to adopt. I'm sorry, we have to adapt with the times. Okay, that is true. That's the struggle with it, because it's not like you can make the decision based on it being such a small percentage. It's like if it's a way of life, like what. I don't know. T1000 says I recently got one. I shake, but it's a big no for me. Okay, so now, okay, Good Times, yeah. Yeah, good times. Somebody said, okay, good times. Good times is telling the truth. She's telling the truth. It is a new way. I understand that it is a new way, just like how we don't have flip phones anymore. So if you had a flip phone, and you had a smartphone, you knew that you had to transform to the way of the smartphone life. Like you just can't think that they're going to keep the flip phones around because that's what you're used to. We had to adapt to the times. Like I still don't know how to work my TVs in my house because they're smart TVs, and they really didn't. They're getting out of the regular TVs. So I have to adapt and like mess with this TV every once in a while if I really want to look at it. So that's so true. So I'm just gonna go with all the conversations that I have, all the opinions that I give online or offline about the dating when it works. And I know for sure I see things that see relationships where it did work. I really don't know of many that I know personally that didn't work, or didn't end on a good note. That was a horror. It was no horror story or anything tied into it. I have to say, SCT 1000 says the relationship part of it is hard for me to adapt. But I agree, good times to a certain extent. Right. You got to agree with her to a certain extent because it does make sense. But maybe even if I say I want to go with good times, if that doesn't mean that I'm involved. But for me, I think I'm still scared. I'm not saying that my way of being scared is the right way. Maybe I wish I didn't have so much fear about it, but I do. If I tell the truth, I do have a fear. So like until I get over that fear, or if the years pass and I get more comfortable with the thought of it, maybe it might change. But for now, I'm just too scared. My fear is too big of it. Shake 'em Up says the black men where I live don't appreciate black women. Ooh, Shake 'em Up. I wonder if you're in Arizona. I wonder. Okay, I would for sure have to find a non-conventional way to find a black man if I was ever right back in the dating scene. Hmm. Now that's the thought. That's the thought because if you go place like my sister stays in Arizona, and so she's seen the scene. Like I have my sister who is 61, and I have a niece that is no, I barely know how old my kids are. So I'm gonna say she's probably like around 26, maybe around 26, 27, something like that. And so she's younger, and the things that they see in Arizona, as one of the states, it's like it's really something where it's a low it's a low percentage of black men who are looking for black women, there. So it's kind of hard for the black women there. So it is places like that. So I guess if you're living in a place like that, you may have to resort to it. T1000 says, "Oh wow, how would you do that? Shake 'em up. Like, what would you do? I guess I don't know. Shake 'em up. Are you saying you feel like if you wanted to get on a dating scene that because it's like that, it probably would put you on that virtual dating scene? Maybe, yes, because She said that's how she kind of feels. Right. Yeah. It's like, yeah. Most likely the online apps, maybe not in DMs or whatever, but she said most likely she'll go to one of the apps she trusts and just go for it. And that's been courageous to a certain extent. Like that's good that you don't have a fear of that and you feel like you feel comfortable and secure in knowing like those red flags and being able to, give it time to really get to know a person, then that's just really good. I hate that I'm just that scary. Just like I just am, and I don't know if I ever get out of that. See what I was saying about putting it just how I'm thinking it. Oh my God, right. Right. Like, what can you do? You can't speak against it because it is a thing. And I like it when I see it. When people tell me, I'm like, oh my God, that's such a good love story, but just maybe not for me. Shake him up says, but I'm so nosy. I'm Googling names, checking Facebook, their family Facebook. I'm doing research with what I have. Yes, that's how I am. I'll put a name in Facebook. And if I don't see that Facebook, got to be like some years old. I better see a mama somewhere up in there. Let me see how you working with those kids if you got kids. Like, something like let me see what kind of business you got promoting over there, or what kind of job you talking about over there. Like, what is the thing? Like, I just expect people don't have to be social media expose their things on social media, but it is a way of thinking like you should be able to see something on a timeline, something like a mother's birthday, or something to get some kind of connection. I do agree that Facebook will give you pieces to a story. I do think that. But when you get on there, you see one picture, you see that the page opened 6 months ago, a bunch of memes. I don't know about all that. No. Let's see. T1000 I got you. Shake them up. Exactly. Good time says T1000. I agree. That's why I say as long as the boundaries are set, because we still want to be comfortable. Yes. In the dating world, right. Yep, they gotta respect those boundaries. Good times also says, but because the times have drastically changed, we'll stay stuck in the same merry-go-round if we refuse to adapt. That they gotta be it. That's probably why I'm in this merry-go-round, because I have not chose to adapt. Now look at me, just as single as I can be. That makes all the sense. Good times. Well, it is what it is. I don't know what can make me change. I think time could be the only thing that makes me change. I really think so. I really think so. And until that time goes by, and until I can stop hearing about that crazy stuff, I just gotta wait. Let's see. I just gotta wait for that. Okay, let's see. In the know with the glow says, good times. I'm so glad I'm married. Glow. Be happy. Be so happy that you're married. Be so happy that you're married. Like, I just didn't know when I was getting my divorces. I did not know that all this was of the world. I just didn't. I didn't expect it. I guess I wasn't thinking about it at the time. I never thought of it becoming an issue in my life again. But this world is so different now. It's so different now. And especially I have grandkids now and they're with me a lot. So I can't just only consider me. I have to consider them. So like it has to be different. Like at this point, it would have to be so different. Like whoever it is, it could never be like my past because I have my grandchildren. That I could never take a chance on that kind of thing. So T1000 says, I definitely get it. Good times. We still have to get out those ways. Yeah, it's hard though. It is hard. I'm not even saying that it's right, but it is hard. And I don't know how or when I'm going to get there, but for now, I don't know. They laughing at good times, shake them up, says, say it again, and know with the glow. Good times, you says she totally understand T1000. T1000 says, I know that's right, glow. Don't have to worry about a period. Right. Oh, Glow, I'm so happy for you. You are blessed. Know that today again. If you are, I know you already know that you are blessed. Okay, you hear me? Shake 'em up says my coworkers be telling me I don't understand because the dating game is not for play. Man, it ain't for play. Right? Laugh out loud. I'm like, damn, I ain't never leaving. Shake 'em up, please don't leave them. I'm telling you, take it from me. Don't leave him. Just don't leave. If he ain't doing nothing to hurt you, physically hurt you in no kind of way, and he ain't emotionally doing no kind of emotional abuse or mental abuse, would you please get somewhere and sit down nicely? Please do it. T1000 says, yes, good times. I'm just waiting on the Lord. I say it's his time, right? That's what I think. Like I'm like, I don't have to put nothing out there. He know what he doing. I'll get him when he ready for me. I think he's somewhere getting them together and probably getting me together too. So I just go from that. Yeah, shake them up. Just stay there. Like all those married. I love to see married couples. Like I just really root for y'all. Don't let nobody trick y'all out of it in no kind of way. I'm telling you, because this world is not. to be dealt with out here. Not in that realm. It's not. It is serious, serious out here. It really is. So if you guys don't have anything else for me, if you do, you can drop it in the chat if you want. But if you don't have anything for me, I'm just gonna give you guys let's see, a couple of dates of what's going on. But it's Gamma's World. I will be. Let me go down first. I don't see anybody else's comments. I don't think. Hold on. Oh, show. Still working on it. It's kind of like because I'm still working on me. Right. See 1000. That's how I feel. Like I guess I'm still. I don't know. I don't know if I'm working on me or not. But I feel like if there's anything that needs to be done, I think God is doing what He needs to do. So because He knows what he whoever He has for me, He knows what He needs, and maybe He'll change that in my heart if that's the case. I don't know. We don't know. Yes. Thank you, Trey Trey. I appreciate it. Thank you, Ended Up with the Glow. So let me just tell you guys the next two things I have coming up is tomorrow I'm going to be doing a seafood mukbang. So it's just going to be, like some colossal king crab legs and, like the average crab boil things that we see. So we're just going to have an open conversation, whatever y'all want to talk about tomorrow. Hey, Justice Reacts came in. What did she say? Dating AI is going to be a thing. What? Are you trying to say that dating with I'm sorry, AI is going to be a thing? Justice, don't say that because I can definitely see it happening. Thank you, T1000. Thank you, good times. Okay, so yes, shake them up. Make sure you come. Everybody, make sure y'all tune in. I ain't gonna be doing nothing but eating them high-tail crab legs that I took y'all to the store with and got that I've been saving because I gotta take my time with them because my feelings so hurt about them, and I don't know when I'm gonna bust down and do something like that again. So we're just gonna have a general conversation, whatever you guys want to talk about, and then I have another live coming up, a music live. Like I told you guys before, like the next time I wanted to do it, I want to do it maybe with some music. Now, hopefully, I will probably end up having to use my other device and play it because I don't know how to actually play it from a playlist from my computer. So I'm probably going to just do a playlist from my phone and then let it just play. That music live is going to go all night long. It's definitely going all night long. Again, like the other 8-hour live that I did, it'll start at about 10 p.m. And for you guys to like go to sleep to it, or either I said last time the chat was open. I thought it would be a chance of everybody popping in and out, and then we'll be all able to go to sleep. But I ended up chatting all night long. I was up until 6:30 in the morning that time. So I don't really mind because my sleep is like crazy anyways. But hopefully y'all drop down in the chat and y'all can leave a device running. I'm still trying to get these watch hours. Y'all have helped me so much, but I still have some to go. So I have that plan. Did I say on the 6th? I think I said on the 6th. That'll be, yep, it's on the, hold on, why don't I see it? Yep, on January 6th, which is this Saturday. It'll be Saturday. So if you guys can let those lives run for me, I think that by the time I do this live, my mukbang, and that music live, I might just be there, y'all. Y'all have been like really hanging in there. I'm just so excited because then I will be finally having my memberships. I put out a post and I asked people if they would are they considering becoming a member. I'm just trying to gauge and see like what people are thinking about the channel. And so I had a couple of people who said yes, they are definitely willing and considering having memberships to my channel. And I can't wait. I would really appreciate that. So let me see. My good Justice came into the house. Justice, I'm so glad that you came in. For all the people, you guys already know, like everybody in this chat already know Justice, I'm sure, but we're just going to go through the people with the pages anyways. And if I miss somebody, that means I don't know that you have a page. I just see Sandra Strong. Sandra, I thought you were the other Sandra. I have another Sandra. I'm sorry. Sandra, that's my Sandra. Okay. So that's Sandra. Okay. I thought, yep, Sandra Strong. I thought you were Sandra Jones. I just read the first name. So let me see. We all know that we are all subscribed to Try Me Now, and we should be subscribed to Surrenders K-Pop. I'm telling you, if y'all have a page that I don't know, I'm not going to say it. That means y'all got to say it in the comments. Tyrese Lowy, she has a page. I know that. I don't want to try. I'm going to go with everybody in the chat right now. Let's see. We got T1000 all the time. She has a page. Vicky's so blessed. I don't know if Vicky has a page or not. Let's see. Because I just want to mention, I want to copy Rita and just make sure, because she leaves such a good feeling about making sure you're sharing people, like no matter how small of a channel you have, like just the fact that we should really be supporting each other. So if it's like one person listening that could possibly go, just subscribe to other channels. Like Rita has taught me that, share is care, bottom line, share it is care. So I just want to make sure I do that. I don't see any other pages in this chat, but like I said, if there is one in here that I did not see, please go, and I'm going to read off some more names. Hold on one second. We have let me read these. Okay. And Another Glow says, I waited. The Bible says a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. That's right. I never would look at. Yep. And I stay in the house. Absolutely. Exactly. Good Time says, I was just thinking about that. That's absolutely right. Good Time says, let's get those time hours up. Yes, I need those watch hours. I got so much planned for the members for the channel that I want to put all of that in place, but got to get the hours first. So one step at a time. Okay, T1000 says she hopes you feel better, Justice. Trey says play like some rain music, birds chirping or something. That 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 was you don't have. Oh, that way you don't have to worry about copyrights. Exactly. Thanks, Trey. I will definitely do that. Right now, I really don't have to worry about copyright rights because I'm not monetized too, Trey. So keep that in mind. That's for people who are monetized. Shake 'em Up says yes. Some white noise, Trey. Okay, that's a good idea. I'm listening. Let me just go to this other list of pages that I feel obligated to say. Like, I don't know who can hear it, but I feel obligated to say because I have so many great content creators as well as subs that support me, but you guys don't have a page. So the content creators that actually shout me out. I have a lot of subs who are sharing my work, and I appreciate all the shares from the subs and the content creators, but I'm going to do the same thing they do for me. They are out here and they are saying my name. It's Gamma's World. So I have people on here like Justice, T1000 that actually say these things. Try me now, of course. Serenus doesn't go live like that, but she definitely supports me in other ways. But we have One Man Band. He shares so much about things I love. No, that's not the name. The new name is Heal and Thrive, the High Stepper. I think I got that. Yep, the High Stepper. She changed that. I didn't want to say the wrong thing. And we got Shamar. He is always shouting out my page. Mel Goddess. She shouts me out. She shares me. Cut to the chase. Loretta Brown, beautifully healed. I said Justice. I said T1000. Get Your Mama. Renee Reacts. Shonda Thoughts. Love Christy. Sherry, like all those people, and that's I don't even know if it's anymore. Those are all of the people that I actually know of that I want to just say a special thanks to. If it's anybody else, thank you. All the subs that have ever shared anything that helps me to get the watch hours, because whatever you share, they're watching, and I appreciate that. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, T1000, ready T1000, so 100, shake them up. You have to every time. Okay. It glow of 2 minutes. Wait, yes, glow all of 2 minutes. What y'all say? I don't even know what y'all out there saying. What y'all responded to. Yep. So everybody have a good night. So you guys have that. You don't have to have it. I'll be posting a flyer for like the next live that I plan on doing and what I'll be doing in the live. So you guys just stay connected with my community wall. So we'll be planning another challenge, another 30-day challenge. I think it might be a mental health one. I'm not sure. I'll see. I have like about 10 to choose from. I'll pick which one I want to do so we can start with the challenges. You go to my community wall every day. It'll be a different task for whatever the challenges that we're doing. So we're going to start up another 30-day in just a little bit. I'm just trying to get some of this live and get this watch hours in and kind of work on that a little bit. So maybe like in another week or so, we'll do another challenge. But stay connected with that community wall, because anything I got going on will be posted on there. And so hopefully I'll get a chance to schedule these lives and it'll work around your schedule. And if not, just catch the replay for me. I appreciate that too. So if you guys could just go ahead and have a good night, press the like button, I would totally, totally appreciate that. And I will see you guys in the comments somewhere else or on my next live. See you later, guys.